Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams and welcome to your reading. I am so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Okay, Spirit. Something about being selective at this time. Being selective. Remembering your worth, your value, which is priceless, by the way. You can't put a price on your worth. Ashe. Thank you, Divine. There are going to be options presented to you. Divine is encouraging you to be selective. I'm seeing people say like, pick me, pick me. Pick Misha. Somebody wanting you to choose them. But the question is, who deserves to be selected? Who's worthy of being selected? Okay, something about this is coming through. Also, as I was getting prepared for the reading, Divine was saying that they see your power now. And it's not about like power like controlling people. It's about your inner power. Okay, you are empowered. And it shows. This is an energy that's been building within you over time through gaining understanding. You've been learning, observing, meditating, and your power within is building, but people are noticing. There could be a certain being that's noticing this, or certain beings, and Divine is saying that because they notice it, the game has changed. Now I'm linking both of these downloads together. It seems like what Divine is saying is that somebody might be trying to get in your space, get in your world, or get selective for something because they see that you have had a glow up. Because that's what that empowerment sounds like. It sounds like you're radiating more. There's something that you're able to do in a way that exudes a certain level of confidence that maybe you didn't have before. And somebody notices this. But that is one reason why they might be saying, pick me, let me in, okay? Okay, Spirit, where are we going with this? They said go straight to this one. Okay. Ooh, no filter. Okay. Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. There's something that's flowing from you or coming from you as a result of increased confidence. I'm hearing an increased strength as well. Increased confidence and strength. Somebody is, and this came through in another reading, that there's somebody who has been on the rebound, like maybe they left your zone, maybe they left your realm for a while, and they wanted to go swim in another pool or something like that. Take it how it resonates. But now they want to come back and play some games. Because I was hearing rebound, and then I started thinking about basketball. And then I was like, oh, I saw them coming back to a basketball court where they want to play games with you now. But I'm not getting that that's a positive thing. Okay, and then we have energy vampire. Okay, let's go ahead and yeah, let's go ahead and shuffle and see what else is coming out. What's coming through, Spirit, for this beautiful being? Yeah, somebody wants to breadcrumb you. And with that term, I always say, you're not only the whole loaf, you don't get crumbs, okay? You deserve the whole loaf, the whole bakery, okay? We don't do crumbs over here. because you are worth so much more than that. And this being knows that, but see, your confidence has increased. So wouldn't that stroke their ego to know that, oh yeah, I see this growth in them, but I was able to have them come in over just a little measly text or a funky little email, you know? And this is just a little side note, but it's so sickening and annoying. You know, when you go on a healing journey to heal from deep pain and wounds, and you learn about yourself, and you come out all glowy and beautiful and bright and healed, and then somebody from your past hits you with, how are you? Or what's up? You know, something so pitiful. And you're like, you've been traveling to other dimensions and feeling the energy within and healing your inner child, and then they come with, what's good? Or how have you been? Great without you. Stay over there. Ooh, okay, so we have DM slide and friend zone. Somebody wants to get back in your energy. This DM slide has 1111 on there. They're looking for any open portal because they're afraid of being friend zoned. But this isn't just by you. There's somebody else that does not want this person. That's one reason why somebody is very motivated to get back in your energy right now, because they have experienced a level of hurt from someone that they didn't anticipate. I'm getting that they may have kind of gotten used to the fact that you didn't want them, because your boundaries, I'm seeing like the Great Wall of China. It's very consistent. It doesn't feel like you've allowed this person in and pushed them out, in and pushed them out. There could have been some of that at one point, but I'm seeing like somebody could be of Asian ethnicity or heritage, okay? Because the Great Wall of China, I'm really seeing that. And you know something interesting about the Great Wall of China, that when I found this out, I was like, what? Now, I've heard that you can hear it or you can see it from outer space. What came through is you can hear it. So there's something that you said that resonated in this person's ears. Like it was something that you said that felt so, it's like in that moment where you said that, or in that moment where you sent that one text or that one email or something like that, you closed the door for good. As much as this person wants to get back in, it's like they are in outer space looking at the Great Wall of China. They know that they are so far removed from your realm, they will never ever be able to get in. That's what it feels like. It feels like you have done such a beautiful job with your boundaries that this person knows, even if they're not in their right mind, because that's coming through. They know that they don't stand a chance to get back in, but they keep wanting to try. I'm hearing that they're addicted. So this person could have addictive personality. They could have addictive, just, they never do something in a balanced way. They just, you know, they're all in, but with so much vigor that they end up hurting themselves and hurting other people too. Okay? All right. But your boundaries are very obvious to this person. Whether it's something that you said or something that they read, something that you sent to them, they know that they should not be trying to get back in your energy, but they're in such a state of shock and pain, I'm hearing, because they were rejected by someone else. You're ascending, and you have ascended, okay? But I'm hearing that on the ground level, though, your boundaries are still very firm. There's no question about that. So I'm seeing protection for you on all dimensions. Like they said, go here. What else is coming through, Spirit? I just saw the regret card. Yeah, but they do regret some things. Until debt tear us apart, contracts, career, and commitments. This person is having to face a lot of realizations about, I'm hearing, the commitments that they did not keep. Both to themselves, if this person has a child or children, there are things that they realize that they have just failed about. Okay, Spirit. Also, karmic lessons, because there's Saturn on this card. They're having to face a whole bunch of things. You're in your North Node. Okay, and that landed right on top of payday. So the abundance for you is very clear. You're being rewarded for maintaining focus on yourself, on your North Node, staying on the path that's right for you. You're being rewarded for that. Because you had options, you could have focused on them. But even at any point in time, if there was anything about this person that you focused on, if they did hurt you or drag you through a lot of drama at one time, the reason why you focused on them was to gain an understanding of humanity, of human nature. You use this person almost as like a case study. You might like psychology. Psychology and spirituality, I'm seeing the two. Also, Carl Jung. You might be very drawn to his work, his life's work, and his mission in understanding human nature. There might be a lot that he discovered and put out there that you identify with, okay? Also, is it Hayoka empath? Hayoka empath, I think is how you say it. You might want to, if you're not familiar with that, that's coming through. It's very interesting. Okay. Both dark empath and Hayoka empath, and you can have traits of both, but they're both, it's all about being an empowered empath, and I'm all about the journey of becoming an empowered empath. But even on that journey, there are so many things that you can learn about yourself and how you live empathically, how these gifts flow from you in a very unique way. But I'm getting that there's something about this person who wants to come back in your energy. They're trying to test a transformation that you've been through. It's like they're sitting back, they're seeing that you've changed, and they want to put something to the test because they're saying there's no way. There's no way. Yes, there is a way. Oh, what was this one? Oh, so this person is wearing a mask, but also they're telling themselves like they must be wearing a mask. There's something that they see that's very virtuous about you. And when I say virtuous, I don't mean like goody goody two shoes. It's just that you're pure. You're like purely you. Even if the pure self that you're showing is dark or light, it doesn't matter, or a mixture of both, it doesn't matter. You're purely you. Okay? People get purity mixed up. It's not that you have to be always in the light and like perfect or anything like that. It's that the best way to be purely you is just to be real. It's about being real, you know, without any worries of how someone else is trying to impact your energy. You're just being you. And so this person is very intimidated by you expressing the truth of who you are, and they're telling themselves it must be a mask, it must be a mask. Something here about a union. This person wants a union with you, but they don't know how to have a healthy union. You've avoided something with this person because you recognize that they're always wearing a mask or a facade, and now they're feeling rejected, but it's like double time. This person feels rejection coming from so many different people because they have been outed, I'm hearing. They've been outed. What it is about them that was outed, it could be their mask. It could be the lies that they've been telling, the way that they've been living. Scoundrel. I'm hearing scoundrel. There's a storm of guilt that they're feeling. They didn't expect to feel this guilt of how they've tried to sabotage people. Because now they realize that in trying to sabotage other people, they've sabotaged themselves. Okay. Let's see what's coming through here. Let's do... Okay, we'll do this one. Okay, that's the one I wanted. Thank you, Spirit. It's like I have 2 decks by Intuitive Kev, and I wanted the Kipper-ish deck, but I hadn't seen it. But here it is. Divine knew how that was supposed to go. Thank you, Spirit. That's what's coming through. Divine knows exactly how it's supposed to go. There's something that is being handled by the divine that you don't even need to worry about. Thank you, Spirit. What's coming through that this beautiful being needs to know? Okay, something about the distant future. Perhaps you've been worried about something in the distant future, but divine says it's taken care of. It's already taken care of. Okay. Rich guy. Rich guy. Rich lady. We've got faith on the fence. Divine says, let's do that. Okay? What needs to be handled has already been handled. Okay? Thank you, Spirit. Pathway. It's all lit up and bright, beautiful being. There's nothing that they can ruin for you. There's nothing that they can ruin for you. Okay, we have real love right on top of rich guy, and then we have nice guy at the bottom here. You know, the funny thing is when I saw union, integration, it's like there's somebody who wants a union with you, but it's like they don't get it. They don't get you. Okay, you remember in the first part of the messages, Spirit said be selective because somebody's going to be like, oh, me, pick me, pick me. And I went back to my days of teaching when the kids would be like, there's always eager kids who are like, and I was always like, I wanted other kids to raise their hands, you know what I'm saying? But it was always nice. Whoever wanted to participate, that was nice. But it's something about giving someone else an opportunity because they're quietly stable. They're quietly steady. There's somebody. Okay, there's somebody, and this feels like an energy vampire who wants to be up in your world, be up in your realm. They're very loud though. They're the one, ooh, 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 I'm right here, Pygmisha. But then there's somebody who's like steady and stable. Okay, so we've got rich guy, real love, nice guy. It doesn't have to be, now you could be this nice guy, or it could be someone that's in your realm, or they could just embody masculine energy, right? But this is good here. Also, there was occupation at the bottom there. So this could be a person who's steady and stable and focuses on their passion, their mission here on earth. Okay? This energy is here in your realm, beautiful being. This is a real connection. This is a divine union. And this is manifesting for you as the result of you having integrated aspects of yourself that you could have been like, I don't choose to love that about myself because somebody told me one time that that was awful, or that I shouldn't be like this, but that's just how I am, but I'm not gonna. No, you've chosen to love your whole self. And so now there's a union that you're manifesting, but you're gonna be selective because there are multiple people who want you. Yeah, something about you, you've changed, but in a really positive way. I was also getting that there's somebody who wants to change this destiny for you. 2121 on the timer. There's somebody who wants to impact something for you. Now, you know, 21 is the world card, so there's something that they want to bring to an end for you by inserting themselves where they don't belong. Okay? You might be showing a different aspect of yourself. It is coming through that you're increasing in your confidence. And so maybe there's something you used to hide about yourself, but now you're like, and it doesn't have to be physically. It could be an aspect of your character or something about you that you do, and you're just like, I'm not gonna hide it anymore. Okay? You're being your pure self, your true self, your real raw self. You know, 2222 on the timer. And so this is bringing about a really lovely sense of balance. And so when there's balance and harmony within, then we're truly ready to have that balance and connection with another being who is also balanced. Yeah, enamor, you're radiating love. It's almost as if the growth that you have achieved within sends out a signal to the universe like, I'm here. Wasn't that a song by Tevin Campbell? I'm ready, baby. I'm ready forevermore. I don't know the song, but I'm hearing I'm ready. I'm ready. I know that's a song by Tevin Campbell. And I think he's saying like, I'm ready for love or something like that. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, so you're in somebody's thoughts. And this could be, now this could be a situation where somebody wanted to be in your realm, right? And they still want to be. But they know that your boundaries are up because you have, for a long time, detected a pattern of BS from them that you are not inviting into your world. So they have become almost like this, like they try to exist as a third party. When they're observing you and someone else, they are observing someone else liking you, loving you, wanting you, because you're in another being's thoughts, at least another being's thoughts. But this other being that's thinking about you, they're balanced. This is real love here. Or at least there's the potential to manifest that between you. That's what this being is aligned with, is real love. And so there's somebody else who's watching this. And now they're concerned. Because they're like, you're mine. You know, I'm getting that possessive energy like, if I can't have you, no one can, you know? Okay, you're being seen as very intuitive here, as a priestess, a priest or priestess. You see things in your mind's eye that people are like, how do they know that? Also, you're coming through here as a rising star. And this is all because you're loving yourself. Honoring all aspects of you. But also, you're attracting beings that are living in high honor. Because I heard now you know what to look for. And now you know. Like when you see something. Okay, empath came through. When you see something that tells you or alerts you of a person's intentions, you're no longer giving them that extra second, third, fourth, fifth chance to hurt you. You're not doing that anymore. And that is the transformation that you've been through on your empathic journey. You've awakened. And you realize that your gift of empathy, where you can feel what's going on and you can feel another person's experience and their pain, and you can identify with their suffering and help them understand themselves on a deeper level. You realize that that is not a gift that's meant to just be dished out to everyone for free. Because there's something that they must do in turn. They must respect you. If you're going to connect with a person on that level and allow them to experience the divinity and the beauty of your gifts, of your empathic abilities, of your psychic awareness. I mean, look at you out here. Priestess, rising star, self-love. Like, this is a whole lot of greatness to just be dishing out to anybody. And perhaps there was a time where you didn't know the value of your gifts and you were just allowing anybody to partake in the greatness of you. And now you're like, wait a minute. Let me make sure that you have earned a place in my life. And what I'm talking about here is your close relationships. This could be having a positive impact on you in many areas of your life, because confidence helps us in everything, with everything, okay? But specifically what someone is having a hard time with is how your level of confidence allows you to select lovers carefully and with wisdom, select friends carefully and with wisdom, and how it allows you to do your soul's work without being worn out, without having to heal from another traumatic situation because someone else took advantage of your energy. Okay? So this person who is over here concerned, shocked and concerned over your growth, they're seeing your growth benefit you in different areas of your life. And all of that bothers them. Okay? So you're only selecting beings within your close circle who are living in high honor and who respect you. There could be somebody here who was in the military. Okay, doesn't have to be, but they could have been. You moved on from patterns of destruction. Okay, let's see, child. Oh, wow. Something here about parenthood. Okay, your willingness to live in your North Node and do your soul's work is helping you to connect not only with your own inner child, but it's helping heal you as a parent. Because we all know, if we're all honest, the way that we parent is impacted by our own childhood and the experiences that we had. And it can be strongly impacted by our current situation with other people, our friends, our lovers, okay? Or if you're in a committed relationship with your lover, your partner. All of these things affect us. Because of your confidence, you have not only benefited from healing your inner child, But also, if you have a child, you are interacting with them in a very healthy, responsible, respectful, beautiful way. And that is generating more respect for you as a parent. Your children, they're learning and growing from you. And that's helping them to love themselves. Okay? This is abundance. This is your abundance. It's not just money. But I'm hearing money, honey. Let's get the money, honey. Okay? So this is about financial material wealth. But it's also about the abundance of your relationships. Good quality vibes within your home. Within your, I'm hearing your contacts list. So you may have done a purge of your contacts list. Okay? That's good to do. Okay, let's see if there's anything else coming from this deck. Okay, oh, they said go to tarot. Okay, let's see what the crows. Okay. Ten of Pentacles. The Four of Wands. Come through, Spirit. Justice. And this is because of justice, balance, after a time of heartache. And you get okay, Empress. What else, Spirit? Oh my God. Oh, and then we have the Devil and Two of Swords. So yes, you are living in true abundance. And then you have a devil over here who's triggered, and oh, and then okay, so then we have King of Cups and the Lovers. So you could be this King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or a very emotionally balanced, nurturing, but also stable. That's a beautiful aspect of your healing path, is that you are healed and you're strong and you're stable, but you don't have a hardened heart. Okay? It's like, I love you, but don't mess with me. You know? It's a beautiful balance. Okay? There is love all around you. You know why? Because there's love within you. This is your energy. And somebody is truly bothered by that. And they can stay bothered if they want to. Okay? But they need to leave you alone. What's coming through about this devil energy, Spirit? What needs to be known there? Yeah. Ooh. Oh my word. Okay, now I see why they're bothered. Because they ain't got nothing going on but trauma and drama and chaos. So the Sun and Tower. Light has been shed on this person's failures. That's okay. And they keep making choices to fail. So it's only going to get worse and worse. I'm seeing like a document where there's all of these errors that they made, right? And somebody's going through and just highlighting them. Okay, lawyers do that. You know, in Clueless, where they were going through, because Cher messed something up with her father. Her father was a lawyer, and she was helping highlight some documents or something, and she did something wrong. But I remember because my dad was a lawyer, and he would sit at the table when he was doing his work, and he would always highlight things, just highlight documents. So the association I'm getting here is that this person is going through something with the legal system. And there is light that's being shed on, it could be error, because remember it came through that they made errors, but this could be laws that they've broken. And now they're being held responsible for this, okay? They're in the Five of Pentacles. They're feeling out in the cold. Their health could be suffering. But I'm getting that they have played with other people's health. This could be a person who knew that they were ill and engaged in sexual activity with other people, knowing that they had some sort of STD. It's just coming through, okay? Because wouldn't that create a tower for other people? And you know, in some states that is illegal. Now I don't know about look, my dad was a lawyer, I'm not a lawyer, okay? But I know that in certain states that is actually you know, a legal offense, okay? So there's something about that. This person is being held liable for something that they have done where they tried to cause harm to another person. And it was either that they tried to cause harm to another person's health, their well-being, or their finances. Also, I'm getting property. This person, they don't understand boundaries. That's what's coming through. This person does not understand boundaries. That's why your boundaries are such a big deal to this person. I got that they see your boundaries as like the Great Wall of China. And you know, the Great Wall of China is so long, right? I mean, that's why it's so phenomenal. But this person feels like your boundaries have been in place for such a long time. They're like, they've got to be tired by now. But this person doesn't realize that your boundaries make you strong. Because if you were to tear down your boundaries and let this person in, that's when you would really experience what you don't want to experience. That's when the roles would be reversed. There could have been a time in the past where the roles were reversed, where you were in this Five of Pentacles struggling with your well-being or your health or your finances, and this person seemed like they were living the dream. But see, because of your boundaries, you've locked this person out. Like Bruno Mars said, they feel like they've been locked out of heaven. And yes, they have, because you are heaven to this person. And so now they're in the Tower and the Five of Pentacles. And not only that, but they're carrying 10 wands. 10 wands. Now, what I always get with this card, specifically this 10 of wands, the wands are not on the crow's back. They're carrying them. So there's a load that this person feels that they must carry. It's not something where it's like, I'm almost getting the energy of like it's something that is almost optional, but they keep choosing the wrong path. They could let a load go, but they keep choosing the wrong path. And so they are carrying a burden that is weighing them down. I'm getting because of ego. They don't want to admit what they've done. Okay, well, you know, that's the choice that we all have, is the path we take. We all get to choose our path. Thank you, Spirit. What does this beautiful being need to know moving forward? Okay, support system and abundance. I'm telling you. Okay, I'm so excited for you, beautiful being. Not only did you get the 10 of Pentacles, not only did you get, what else was here? Oh, you know what? I just picked up. This is a huge reason for your abundance. Okay, so this is what you need to keep doing. It's something about living in your pure, raw, true essence. Just you. All day, every day. And that's your North Node. It is your North Node to express your truth. No matter what zodiac sign your North Node is in, truth goes along with it. It's your truth. Okay? You have a support system that you didn't have before. You've attracted this to you. I keep seeing your love just, yeah, like this enamel card. This is you radiating love. And so these are the signals that you send out there. And it's not about you feeling like you have to be so like literally this energy, like, you know, rainbows and cupcakes and all that kind of stuff. It's not that. It's that when you are your pure true self, you radiate love. So you might actually come across a little dark. You might and dark is not evil, okay? But you know, like that Lilith energy or Hecate, or you know, just an energy that's a bit more in tune with the depth of the feminine energy, okay? But it's you. It's really you, so it comes across as true love. You don't have to be unicorns and rainbow. I love unicorns and rainbows, but you don't have to come across that way. You just have to come across as you and stand by who you are, because we are constantly presented with opportunities to forsake ourselves, to regret who we are. And that is self-sabotage. It is the number one way to live a miserable life, is to neglect and forsake ourselves. You're standing on business. You are who you are. And this is why you are attracting a divine support system. Whereas before, perhaps, like I said before, you may have felt like you were in that Five of Pentacles, isolated, but you're not anymore. I'm hearing you have the wealth code. I don't know, wealth code. It sounds like that could be a movie or something. I don't know, wealth code, or a book maybe. I don't know. You have the wealth code. You have tapped in, okay? And that's why you have access to endless abundance. Isn't she gorgeous? Oh, and you know what? She has this like strength, but it's also soft. It's like a strength that's very powerful, but there's also a softness there. Let me go ahead and read this card, because this is your energy here. It's also a you can't F with me kind of energy. It's like you don't have to get out of your skin. You don't have to come out of your body for anything, because can't nobody F with you. That's the vibe. And it's like, you know what you're growing. You're growing the wealth of your ancestors. You have altered things within your bloodline that needed to be altered. But there were some really good things there in your DNA. And you are keeping that going. You know who you are. And can't nobody F with you. On period. Okay? That's what it is. Also, there's something here about you knowing that there is an infinite flow of abundance. So there are people around you who are feeling like they need to compete with you. But you know that there's no need for that, because like it came through in a recent reading. It was the Lilith reading, the most recent one, where people see you as a threat. But the thing is that you don't present yourself as a threat. You just present yourself as you. They are the ones who see you as a threat. But the difference between people who are focused on others because they think they're a threat and they're afraid, they're operating out of fear, is because they don't trust the abundance that lives within them. They feel like there's going to be an end to their abundance. There's somebody around you who feels like they've been having, and this doesn't have to be this same energy. This could be someone else. This could be someone in your work environment or career environment, or if you're building a creative endeavor, or there's something about someone experiencing a lot of prosperity, like wealth, financial wealth here, but they're always afraid that it's gonna end, that their time is gonna run out. And that's the difference between you and them, is that you are at peace because you hold the tree in your hand. You are the tree, you are the abundance. And so you realize that growth is not something that you have to chase, you just are the growth. That leads me to another thing, is that With this financial wealth here, it's very like Pentacles energy, like body, the body. Nurture your body. If you need a nap, take a nap. If you need to nurture yourself, nurture yourself. Try to eat things that promote your well-being. I know it's so hard. I heard somebody say, oh, the grocery store, grocery. I was like, there's some truth to that, because when you buy fruit from the store and the next day it's rotting, you know, it's like the quality of the food that is available to us in so many cases, it's like, it's very sad. But you're blessed. You're divinely blessed. And I feel like there are some things that you're doing, some small steps that you're taking to improve your wellness. You might grow some fruit. You might grow some things in your garden or in some pots. You know, you don't have to have a big old garden. You know? There's something small, seemingly like small, right? Because small things are actually big things, but you are taking a very simple action to nurture your wellness, and it's going to pay in a very big way. This is a part of your abundance. And your ancestors are holding your hand through this. They're very proud of you. Okay? All right, Spirit. Oh, I'm so grateful for these messages that came through. Thank you, Divine, for allowing them to flow through me. And thank you, beautiful being. I am so grateful that you have taken the time to tune in to this reading. I really appreciate you. And I'm so grateful for your kind comments, your likes, your shares, your donations, every bit of support that you bring, every bit of love that you bring into this space of In Her Dreams. I am so thankful for it, and you are blessed because of your kindness. Thank you so much. I feel that love. I love you, and I wish you peace. I wish you joy and so many blessings. Take care.